Hello everyone. Let's begin with the third chapter named Political Parties. As we already learned about the working of constitution and in second chapter we learned about the election process. So now let's take a look of the political parties and the important role that political parties plays in our democracy. As we all know, we live in a democratic nation. In any democratic nation, election plays a very important role. And for election, we need the political parties. With the help of political parties, we get the options to choose our own government. So in this way, we will take detailed information about the political parties, their type, their working function, and what things can be improved in the political process regards to the political parties. Okay, so in this chapter in the last chapter we studied the working of constitution in the first chapter and election process in the second chapter. So we came to know about the procedure. Political parties are a link that connects common people, democracy, representation and election. So yes, we know political party is a kind of link, it is a kind of bridge between the common people and the government. If we are the common people, if we have any issues or any problem, we directly can't contact with the government, so we approach to the political parties or the ruling parties, or maybe the at the lower level also, like the corporators, MLA, MPs, to solve our issue, and they are the representatives or the common people, and they work for the welfare of the people, of the surrounding or the territory from where they had been represented. Okay, whatever we read or hear about politics is related to political parties. Political parties exist in all democratic systems, not only in India, all over the country. Recently we had seen so many huge changes happened in America due to the elections. Even they have the different political parties, right? They have the Republican or the Communist. Different countries have their own system. So due to the political parties, people can get a choice, they can get an option to choose their own government, to choose their own representative. So it plays a very important role in democracy. Political parties exist in all democratic nations. In fact, political parties compete with each other only in a democracy. In this chapter, we will study the political party system in India. So in this chapter, we will learn about the political party system of our own country. When we talk about the competition happens between the political party is good. It should be followed in a proper manner, right? It is not a kind of fight. As we all know, the political party which gains the majority, they are capable to run the government. So it should happen in a proper procedural form, right? No political party should do any kind of violence during the elections, or they don't need to create any kind of nuisance during the election campaign or wherever they happen to any speeches. So there should be a systematic manner, and on the basis of that, on the work of that, we people will choose the representative. In our school and the surroundings, you must have seen some groups, institutions, organization working to have achieve some objective. If you not consider the political parties, then we have a certain groups or organization that work for the people. Not everyone involved in the politics, like we common people, we are not related with the political parties or any political, but again we support a kind of political party which matches our views or idea. So in this way we had a connection with the political party, and for any kind of welfare or any kind of work, you need power. Any organization or group need power, that's why they contest the election, right? Some organizations take initiative in solving social problems. Take initiative means taking responsibility to solve the problems, and for that they need power. That's why every big and small political parties tries to gain power or majority, so that they can fulfill the demands of the people, or the thoughts or the behavior they want. They can bring the change into the society. You may have read about the various movements and their work. Yes, we had learned about the different movements, different functions, work. Just as there are active groups, institutional movements, similarly there are political parties who contest election. So like we have the different groups, different organizations, few are very much famous, very much important. In the same way we have the political parties also. You have seen there are so many political parties in our country that are gaining huge popularity. Few political parties are not so much popular, but again the function or the work of all the political party is to bring the development or the change in the society or the territory. Political parties are also a kind of social organization, but there is a difference between political parties and other institution organization in society. Political party is also a kind of organization, but there is a difference between the different groups or the organization as compared to the political parties. The difference is in the goals and style of working of political parties and other organization. On this background, we can say that when people from form organizations with the objective of achieving political power and participate in the electoral process, such organizations are called political parties. Okay, what is the difference of political parties? When people form organization, when a group of people form an organization with an objective, every political party have their own agenda, own objective, own aim of achieving political power and participate in the electoral process. How will they gain the power? When they will elect through the election process, right? And participate in the electoral process, such organizations are called as political parties. Please underline it. It can come for a definition or for a one word answer. Okay, sorry, one sentence answer. Political parties thus can be described as a group of people who aim to contest elections, win election, and get power and establish the government of their party. So every political party have an agenda, have an aim. Every political party or the group of people, they have an aim to contest election. They want to win the election, and so that they can get the majority and they will be in the power. Okay, we see normally say this political party is in government or this political party is in opposition. So which political party doesn't get the majority and they have the maximum seats, or they consider the second ranking, then it will be called as the opposition party. And those party which has the majority seat, they are the ruling party. Okay, understood the concept of the political parties? Following are some important characteristics of the political party. What are the important functions or the characteristics of the political party? Okay, so let's begin with the first, to be in power. Why political party tries to be in power? Because when they are in power, then only they can fulfill the needs or the demand of the people. I am not supporting any political party, but just for example, when you see few year back in our country, we have the government, Congress government. So Congress have their own ideas, own views. Now we have the BJP government in our country, so they have their own agenda, they have their own function, right? So every political party tries to get in the power. Achieving power through election is the main objective of political parties. Yes, it is very much important. They achieve this power through the constitutional process. They don't need to fight with each other for the power or for the chair, right? It happens in a procedural form. Thus, different political parties compete with each other to get power. There is nothing wrong in this competition, but competition should be fair. Correct? There is nothing wrong in the competition. They have all the rights to compete with each other. Not only two different parties. Just I named Congress and BJP. Just I am not supporting any political party. I am just saying there are huge number of political parties in our nation. So every political party, they are capable to compete with each other, and in the response of the people, they get the power. Okay. Next is to pursue the ideology. What is ideology? Ideology is the thinking, the thoughts, and to pursue means to follow. Every political party have their own view, own agenda. Every political party have some policies and world views, and accordingly they work upon it. Parties have a particular stand about social issues. Different political parties raise different issues. Different political party have their own stand, own decision. These together make party ideology, and this all contribute to the party's ideology. The people who consider any specific party ideology as acceptable support that political party. Social support received by a political party is called the mass base of political party. And we people, the society members who support the political party or any political party's view, is called the mass base. Mass means a group of people, a large number of people, because to win the election they need the support from the people, and that's why they trying to gain the confidence, or they trying to gain the support from the people, so that they give their priority to that political party, and they are called as the mass base. Social support received by a political party is called the mass base of political party. In modern days, ideologies of all political parties appear to be similar. So now in today's world, in modern times, you can see all political parties have their similar ideology. So it's our own responsibility to choose the correct one and to support that political party. In modern days, ideology of all political parties appear to be similar. Hence, it has become difficult to differentiate between the parties on the basis of ideology. So, in nowadays, we won't able to classify the political parties on basis only the ideology. We need to check the way of work, right? The priority they give to the people. These are the important things that we need to look for the political party for which we support. To have a party agenda, every political party have a party agenda. If people thinks that this political party look for this purpose, or it supports, or it bring the change in the society, then people will connect to it. So every political party have their own agenda, own aim. Political parties prepare their party's agenda on the basis of party ideology, party's thinking. They implement the agenda after they get political power, and once they get the power, they implement that ideas or their agenda. Even if they do not get political power, political parties try to get support of people on the basis of this agenda. Okay, so even the political party which doesn't get the power, all political it's not possible that all the political parties come to the power. As we know, only the political party which gets the majority seats or majority number, they only get into the power. So for that, if they want the support from the people, then they need to work accordingly the thoughts of the people, or to bring the change that will be improvement in the society, and that's why they will get the support. Even if they not get the political power, political parties try to get support of people on the basis of this agenda. Next is to establish a government. And every political party has an aim to make their own government, and for that they need the majority, right? Once the political party gets the majority, they are capable to make the government, and the responsibility begins with the function of the government. Political party establish the government and govern the nation. The political party which gets majority in elections form the government. Yes, it's true. The political party which gets majority, they forms the government. The party which do not get majority act as opposition party, and the party which doesn't get the majority, or you can say the second level political parties after the election, they work as the opposition party. Political party, those who are in government, plays a tremendous role, but again the political party which is in the opposition party, they too have the responsibility, because they need to check on the functions or the working of the government or the party which are in the ruling party. Okay, to act as a link between the government and the people, political party work as a link, as a bridge between the government and the people. Political party work as a link between the government and the people. Political parties communicate the demands and complaints of the people to the government. They raise our voices in the parliament, and accordingly they ask for the need or the demand. So it's the responsibility to look after the demands or the complaints of the people. The government tries to get support of the people for its policies and programs through political parties. So with the help of political parties, the government also get the support to their programs and to functions. Okay, clear about the functions of the political party? Yes, when we see the change that happens in our nation, because it's more than 70 years that we had our constitution, right? As we all know, our constitution established in 1950. At that time, our requirement and demands are different. Now our requirements and demands are different. So on the basis of that, government or the political party needs to work upon it. They need to think upon it, right? So in this way, the changing scenario of the political party has been seen. It has been came from a long way. Previously, the collaborations or the multi-party system not to be found successful in a nation, but now it also be very much important that the different political parties should make a group, should make an association with the different political parties to contest the election, because now we don't have the scenario of the single party or the major single party wins get the majority, right? So many changes happened in the past till today. Changing nature of political party system in India. So here we have given the three important points. So let's begin the first point. We had an example of the Congress party. After the independence, as we all know, Congress being a very important political party, they ruled the nation almost for the 50 to 60 years. The Congress was a strong political party in the post-independence period. Congress has a majority at center and in most of the states. Majority at center. When we say we have a categorized the central government and the state government. We know central government means the whole government or country, or when they say state government means the state, the particular state. So Congress being a important political party, they have a majority at the central as well as the state level. Indian politics was controlled by the Congress party. This era was described as era of single dominant party system. Era means period. As we have seen, the Congress party had the power, or they hold the nation. So it is called as the era of the single party system. The non-Congress parties came together and challenged single dominant party system in 1977. And first time it has been seen that Congress defeated by small parties. They came together in the year 1977. If you all remember, we had learnt in 9th standard about the emergency happened, right, during the time of Indira Gandhi. At that time, Congress or Indira Gandhi got defeated, right, and newly formed Janata Party came into the power, right. The non-Congress parties came together and challenged single dominant party system in 1977 after the 1989 Lok Sabha election. So after the 1989, or you can say the period of 1990, shown a big change in the politics, where none of the political party gets a single majority. So political party needs to come together and they need to make the alliance with each other. After the 1989 Lok Sabha election, the system of one party emerging as dominant party came to an end. So none of the political party gets the power, or they should be dominant or single party system form. Since then, different parties began to come together to form coalitions government. Coalition means collaboration. Like for example, currently we see in Maharashtra we have a government of three different political parties, right? So it is a kind of coalition. Okay. Both the Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress Party made an experiment of establishing coalition government. Both Congress Party as well as the Bharatiya Janata Party, they both came into coalition government, and they form for Bharatiya Janata Party they form the NDA, and Congress they form the UPA. The full form of NDA is, we have given here, National Democratic Alliance, and for the Congress it is the United Progressive Alliance. So it's a teamwork. You can say it's a team. NDA belongs to the Bharatiya Janata Party and their associates. UPA belongs to the Congress and their associates. So they form a team. The belief that coalition government brings instability was proved wrong. Previously, it was a thought that coalition government will be unstable. Unstable means which is not stable, right? But it proved wrong. We had seen that now coalition government works properly and is functioning smoothly. The belief that coalition government brings instability was proved wrong by the political party system in our country. In fact, the coalition government system as established in India. So it is stabilized. It is in a stable way. So here we have a about the different party system, that we one party system, two party system, and the multi party system. If power remains with one political party for a long period of time, and in no other political parties are influential. Influential means effective. The party system is called as one party system. Such party system is called as one party system. In politics, when two political parties are influential, and if political parties enjoy power alternately, in any government, when two political parties are in a collaboration and they enjoying the power alternatively, the party system is called two party system, and such party system is called the two party system. When many political parties compete for political power and more or less they are equally influential, the party system is called as multi-party system. And when many political parties compete with each other or they form a coalition, that is called a multi-party system. Understood what is single party system, what is a two party system, multi party system, about the UPA, NDA, right? So these are the different uh, scenarios we had seen about the phases or the functions or the period of the political party. So now we have the two different categories of the political parties, that we have a national political parties and we have a regional political parties. Who gives the designation of national party or the regional party? Election Commission. Basis on the performance, basis on the criteria set by the Election Commission, every political party can get a recognition, even they can be de-recognized. What is recognition? पहचान. पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को पहचान किससे मिलती है? उनके परफॉर्मेंस से, उनके बिहेवियर से, और ये उनको डेजिग्नेशन या फिर उनको ये पहचान कौन देता है? इलेक्शन कमीशन. So there is a kind of standard set by the Election Commission. On the basis of that, the performance or the functioning of the political party made them as the national or the regional party. Currently, we have only 7 national party in our country. Imagine the criteria of the or the condition of the national party that needs to be fulfilled. Okay, and there are lakhs of regional parties, or even there are so many political parties that are unrecognized, right? We had seen during the time of election so many political parties came for the election campaign. We never heard the name and we have never know about the political parties. So in our country everyone have the power or they have the right to contest the election. So here we had set certain kind of conditions. Okay, first to see the condition for the national party, then we will see the condition for the regional party. To get recognition as a national party, the Election Commission has prescribed the following conditions. What are the conditions? We have given the two different conditions. The condition 1, a political party should secure minimum 6% of the valid votes in 4 or more states in earlier Lok Sabha or state assembly elections, and minimum 4 members should be elected in the Lok Sabha from any state or states in the earlier election. So in this way, this is the first category to any political party to get the recognition as the national party. Another category is the candidate. First we had seen about the seats. Now the candidates of a party should be elected from minimum 2% constituencies out of total Lok Sabha constituencies and from minimum 3 states. Okay, understood? Now come to the conditions for the regional political parties. To get recognition as a regional party, the Election Commission has prescribed the following condition. First, a political party should secure minimum 6% of the valid votes in the earlier Lok Sabha or state assembly elections, and minimum 2 members should be elected in the Vidhan Sabha. Okay. Now see the other condition. A political party should secure minimum 3% of seats out of total seats of Vidhan Sabha, or minimum 3 seats. So in this way, fulfilling this condition or the criteria, political parties are considered or they are recognized as the national or the regional parties. Understood? I can understand it's a bit confusing because it has given the different criteria. First, you, for the easy explanation, you make a table. Okay, make a table of national political party and the regional political party, and then the two different points, then you compare with each other, then you will get easily understand it. Okay, even if you don't get, we will try to make another explanation on it, a easy explanation, so that it can be feasible for you. Okay, but just go to this, read it twice, you will understand it. Okay, clear about the political parties, about the recognition parties. So now we will discuss about the conditions or the different political parties, the national parties or the regional parties. Okay, understood?